Why do you always put other people first? Why do your needs always come last? Why does helping everyone around you still leave you feeling tired, emotionally drained, and strangely empty inside? There is a quiet struggle happening in the lives of millions of people every single day. They wake up trying to make everyone happy. They stay silent to avoid conflict. They sacrifice their peace to protect other people's comfort. Slowly, without even realizing it, they begin losing themselves. The strange part is that many people believe this makes them kind, strong, or loving. But there is a hidden truth that very few people talk about. Constantly ignoring yourself can slowly damage your confidence, your happiness, and even your sense of identity. Many people spend years pleasing family, friends, co-workers, and partners. They become the person everyone depends on, the person who always says yes, the person who always understands. Yet somewhere deep inside, something starts breaking. A silent exhaustion grows. Resentment quietly appears. Motivation disappears. One day they suddenly realize something painful. They spent so much time taking care of everybody else that they completely forgot about themselves. Here is something surprising. Psychology experts have discovered that people who constantly ignore their own emotional needs often experience higher levels of stress, emotional burnout, and low self-worth. Society praises sacrifice, but very few people talk about the emotional price that comes with abandoning yourself for too long. There is a difference between caring for others and losing yourself while doing it. That difference changes everything. The biggest reason many people feel stuck in life has very little to do with bad luck, failure, or lack of opportunity. Sometimes the real reason is much deeper. Sometimes people slowly abandon their own dreams, silence their own voice, and ignore their own happiness without even noticing it. The scary part is that this process happens quietly. There is no warning sign, no loud alarm. Just a slow feeling of emptiness that becomes normal over time. In this video, you will learn why putting yourself first does not make you selfish. You will understand the hidden cost of constantly pleasing other people. You will discover why so many kind people secretly feel exhausted, lost, and emotionally disconnected. Most importantly, you will learn practical ways to start thinking about yourself without guilt, protect your peace, rebuild your confidence, and finally create a healthier relationship with yourself. Stay with us until the end because one idea in this video could completely change the way you see yourself and the way you treat your own life. Sometimes the greatest transformation begins with a simple decision. The decision to finally stop abandoning yourself. Welcome to our channel where we share powerful ideas to help you grow, think deeper, and become stronger from within. If you believe it is finally time to invest in yourself and create a better life, subscribe to the channel and join us on this journey of growth. Let us begin. Most people do not suddenly wake up one day and decide to ignore themselves. It happens slowly, quietly, so quietly that many people never even notice it happening. For many, the pattern begins in childhood. From a very young age, they are taught lessons that sound good on the surface. Be kind, be helpful, respect others, put people first, share, stay quiet, avoid causing problems. These lessons come from parents, teachers, culture, and even personal experiences. At first, there is nothing wrong with kindness or caring about people. The problem begins when a person slowly learns that their own feelings matter less than everyone else's happiness. Many children grow up hearing things like, "Do not be selfish," or "Think about others first." Over time, something changes inside them. They stop asking themselves simple questions. How do I feel? What do I need? Am I happy? Instead, they become experts at reading other people's emotions. They become people pleasers without even realizing it. They learn how to keep peace, how to avoid disappointment, how to make everybody comfortable. The strange thing is that people often praise them for this. They are called kind, mature, dependable, and caring. Yet deep inside, many of them slowly lose connection with their own voice. As years pass, this behavior becomes automatic. A person says yes even when they want to say no. They agree to things that drain them. They ignore exhaustion because someone else needs help. They stay in situations that hurt them because they fear hurting others. Eventually, they stop listening to their own emotions completely. Their needs become background noise. Then comes another powerful reason people forget themselves: fear. Fear of judgment, fear of being misunderstood, fear of being called selfish. Many people believe that choosing themselves means hurting others. They think setting boundaries makes them a bad person, so they continue sacrificing their time, energy, and peace just to avoid criticism, even when they are mentally exhausted, even when they feel empty inside, even when they secretly wish someone would finally ask, "How are you doing?" The truth is, caring about people and caring about yourself can exist at the same time. You can love others without destroying your own peace. You can help people without carrying everyone's emotional weight. You can care about people without abandoning yourself. But something painful begins to happen when a person keeps ignoring their own needs for too long. Slowly, life starts changing in ways they never expected. At first, ignoring yourself does not seem dangerous. It feels harmless. You tell yourself that you are simply being caring, responsible, or supportive. You convince yourself that your needs can wait a little longer. One more favor, one more sacrifice, one more moment of putting yourself last. But over time, something begins to change inside you. The energy you once had slowly starts disappearing. You wake up feeling mentally tired even after resting. Small tasks begin to feel heavy. Conversations feel exhausting. Motivation slowly fades, and you struggle to understand why. The truth is, constantly carrying other people's problems can quietly drain your emotional strength. When you spend all your time giving energy, support, and attention to everyone else, there is very little left for yourself. Eventually, your mind starts feeling overloaded. You smile while feeling exhausted. You stay available while secretly feeling overwhelmed. Some people reach a point where they no longer enjoy the things they once loved. Hobbies disappear. Excitement fades. Even simple happiness begins to feel distant. It becomes difficult to explain because everything looks normal on the outside, but inside something feels empty. Then comes something even more painful. Slowly, you begin losing your sense of identity. For so long, your focus has been on everybody else that you stop understanding yourself. You stop asking what you truly want from life. Your decisions become based on pleasing others instead of listening to your own heart. Dreams that once excited you slowly disappear into the background. Goals become unclear. Passions become forgotten. Sometimes people spend years living according to everyone else's expectations, only to wake up one day feeling completely lost. A strange question begins to appear in quiet moments. Who am I without trying to make everyone happy? That question can feel uncomfortable because many people realize they spent so much time being needed that they forgot how to simply be themselves. Then another painful feeling quietly enters the picture: resentment. The silent kind that nobody talks about. You continue helping people. You continue showing up. You continue being available whenever someone needs support. But deep inside, a quiet sadness begins to grow. You start wondering why nobody seems to care for you the same way. Why nobody notices your struggles. Why nobody checks on you when you feel broken. You never say it out loud, but it hurts. A person who ignores themselves for too long eventually feels invisible, and when that feeling becomes normal, life starts becoming emotionally heavier in ways most people never expect. So, what does thinking about yourself actually mean? Many people struggle with one powerful belief. The moment they start thinking about themselves, guilt immediately appears. They fear becoming selfish. They worry people will judge them. Some even believe that choosing themselves means they no longer care about others. But this is where many people misunderstand something important. Thinking about yourself does not mean becoming cold, careless, or self-centered. It simply means finally giving yourself the same care, attention, and respect that you so freely give to everybody else. For a long time, many people live as if their value depends on making everyone happy. They over-explain every decision. They apologize for things that do not even require an apology. They constantly seek approval because they fear disappointing people. Slowly, this habit becomes emotionally exhausting. Every choice feels controlled by other people's opinions. Every decision becomes filtered through one question: will people approve of this? But there comes a point where constantly chasing approval starts stealing your peace. Protecting your mental peace sometimes means accepting that not everybody will understand your choices. Some people may become uncomfortable when you stop overgiving. Others may question your boundaries because they benefited from your lack of them. This does not mean you are doing something wrong. It simply means people are adjusting to a version of you that finally values your own well-being. Peace begins when you stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Then comes something many people ignore for far too long: respecting your own needs. Rest matters more than people realize. Mental exhaustion is real. Constant pressure slowly affects your emotions, energy, and confidence. Yet so many people treat rest like weakness. They continue pushing themselves while quietly breaking inside. The truth is, taking care of yourself is not laziness, it is responsibility. Boundaries matter too. Learning when to say no protects your energy. Learning when to step back protects your mental health. A healthy life cannot exist without limits. Thinking about yourself also means choosing growth. It means investing in your future instead of only fixing everybody else's problems. Learning new skills, building confidence, improving your mindset, reading books, spending time understanding yourself, healing parts of yourself that were ignored for years. Growth becomes possible when your energy finally starts flowing back into your own life. There is a reason why exhausted people struggle to give their best to others. You cannot pour from an empty cup. The more drained you become, the harder life begins to feel. Which brings up an important question. How do you actually start putting yourself first without feeling guilty? Changing the way you treat yourself does not happen overnight. For many people, putting themselves first feels uncomfortable in the beginning because they spent years focusing on everyone else, but small changes slowly create powerful results. The first step is learning to stop seeking validation from everybody around you. This may sound simple, but it is one of the hardest habits to break. Many people spend years chasing approval without realizing it. They want everyone to agree with their decisions. They want everyone to understand their choices. They want reassurance that they are doing the right thing. But the truth is, not everyone will understand you. Some people will disagree with your growth simply because they were comfortable with the version of you that always sacrificed yourself. The moment you begin making decisions for your peace, some people may become confused. They may call you distant. They may think you have changed. In reality, you are simply becoming more honest with yourself. Growth often feels uncomfortable because it requires you to disappoint the expectations of others. This is why learning to trust your own voice becomes so important. Every decision in your life cannot depend on outside approval. Another powerful change begins with a small word that many people struggle to say: no. Saying no feels uncomfortable at first because many people fear rejection or guilt. They worry they will disappoint someone. But every yes to others is sometimes a no to yourself. Every time you ignore your limits, your energy pays the price. Protecting your peace means understanding that your time, emotions, and energy are valuable. You do not need to say yes to everything in order to prove you are a good person. Then there is something many people quietly avoid because life feels too busy: spending time alone. Many people fear silence because silence forces reflection, but time alone helps you reconnect with yourself. It helps you hear thoughts that daily distractions keep buried. Reflection builds clarity. It becomes easier to understand your emotions, your goals, and the direction of your life when outside noise becomes quieter. A powerful habit begins when you ask yourself important questions every day. What do I want? What truly makes me happy? What kind of life do I actually want to create? These questions sound simple, but they slowly rebuild your connection with yourself. Over time, your answers become clearer. The relationship you have with yourself shapes every part of your life. Your confidence, choices, happiness, and peace all grow from that connection. And this is where everything starts changing in ways you never expected. Before this video ends, take a moment and be honest with yourself. For how long have you been putting everyone else before your own happiness? For how long have you ignored your own feelings just to keep peace in the lives of others? So many people spend years trying to become everything for everyone, while quietly forgetting the one person who has been there through every struggle, every failure, every painful moment. Themselves. The truth is simple but powerful. You matter too. Your dreams matter. Your happiness matters. Your peace matters. Life becomes heavy when you spend all your energy carrying everyone else while leaving yourself behind. Caring for others is beautiful, but there comes a moment when you must also care for your own heart, your own future, and your own well-being. One day, life asks every person a difficult question, a question that can feel uncomfortable to answer. While you were busy taking care of everyone else, did you ever truly take care of yourself? Did you protect your peace? Did you follow your dreams? Did you listen to your own voice when life became overwhelming? Or did you slowly disappear while trying to save everyone around you? The beautiful thing is that change can begin today. It does not require perfection. It does not require a dramatic transformation overnight. It begins with small decisions, choosing yourself when necessary, respecting yourself enough to protect your energy, improving yourself little by little, even when progress feels slow, giving yourself permission to rest, giving yourself permission to grow, giving yourself permission to matter. Because the relationship you build with yourself shapes the entire direction of your life. The confidence you carry, the peace you feel, the future you create, everything begins there. The moment you start thinking about yourself, your life slowly begins to change. Maybe quietly at first, maybe in ways people cannot immediately see. But slowly you begin feeling stronger, clearer, more connected to the person you were always meant to become. If this video spoke to you in any way, take one small action today for yourself. And if you found value in this message, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and join us for more powerful ideas that help you grow, heal, and become the strongest version of yourself. Until next time, take care of yourself. You deserve it.